So this is the little patch of land in question, covered in this invasive Asian something. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? But if I don't cut this down completely 3-4 times a year, it will literally try to take over the whole yard. And right in behind it, when I deal with this little problem, is next year's problem. The mustard. So he asked me to make you a video of me using the whippersnipper. As you can see, the rain has stopped. Normally I'd be done by now. However, when I was bringing the whippersnipper out, I thought it felt a little light. I've currently put about a pint of oil in it, and I'm now very concerned that the last time I used this machine, it didn't have any oil in it. We shall see. Okay, so I just went to start the mower. I think I might have made a big mistake. I thought it was empty of oil, but I think perhaps the angle at which I was filling it was simply causing the oil to pool to the top end of the motor. So as you can see, there is now motor oil coming out of my air filter housing, which means there is oil throughout the entire crankcase, bypassing the cylinder and likely into the fuel system. Shit. Alcohol and a toothbrush. Gonna clean out the intake, air intake, and pray I didn't just destroy my fuel system. Okay, so I've flushed a couple of ounces of alcohol through the ignition chamber by the air intake. It caught a moment ago, turned over a couple times, and then bogged down again. So I know there's still some life in there somewhere. Let's see if we can get her going. Success! Now we'll let it run with the air filter wide open for a minute, air out the cylinder. Remember, it's also running with almost no oil, so the moment we start to hear a change in RPM, we got to shut it down. One of the great things about living in a forest is I just had a mosquito the size of a Volkswagen land on my arm. Thank God for this stuff. Okay, so we had it running for a minute. I put a little bit more oil in it. I think we're still a little bit low on oil, but I don't want to chance it and cause this problem all over again. Reinstalled the air filter, cleaned it. How much gas we got? Oh, that's a little warm. We got a little bit of gas in there. So we're going to start her up and see if we can get her to constant idle on her own. And there you have it. Rough idle on her own. Now maybe we can get something done. Okay, so we're having some minor aspiration problems. It's still spitting up oil. It's clogging up the sponge filter and causing us to bog down. So I'm just going to clean this up as best I can, get this thing revved up, and try and blow through it. Alright, I'm going to run it without an air filter. Not smart. In addition to that patch of invasive Asian knotwood, I also keep the wild grape under control and the garlic mustard. It was a real challenge getting the land here to take seed. Garlic mustard had been allowed to run wild for about 15 to 20 years. And what it does is, as the roots grow over the years, being a perennial plant, it poisons the soil. It makes it difficult for other plants to grow. So basically, I have a routine here where I beat down the garlic mustard in favor of this English ivy, which itself is an invasive weed, but I'll take it over the other stuff. I think next year I'm going to let the mustard and the knotwood battle it out, and probably transplant some ivy along that slope and see if I can't get that grassed in.